It's been a minute, hasn't it? My videos don't happen as often as they used to. It's a little difficult between work and recreation and everything that's been going on. So let me catch you up a little bit. The purpose of this video is today, technically yesterday, but really today, is the 1 year anniversary of my exodus from Kissimmee, Florida. I abandoned my family, I abandoned my job, my career, and everything that I had due to family. For those of you out there that know what I'm talking about or have felt it yourselves, you know exactly what I mean. My family and I had hit an impasse. And rather than rehashing old wounds and reopening things, we all kind of know the year that I've had. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll know that about a year ago I posted a video updating you as to what had happened. Therefore, let me catch you up as to what's been going on. My contact with my family has been infrequent, if not irregular. And when I do reach out to contact my family or they contact me, it never goes well. It always ends in venom, vitriol, and many accusations. And I don't want to pin blame, but there's a lot of blame to go around. So rather than do that and hash that out for all of you out there, allow me to talk a little bit about more recent events. In March, actually on March 25th, I was at work, and let me put a pin in it right here. Content warning. We're going to be talking about some difficult things. So if you want to dip out the video and you don't want to hear this, now's a good opportunity to click off and go someplace more productive. I'll give you a moment to decide. If this is our goodbye, then toodaloo. Okay, you're still here, so I'm going to assume you want to know. On March 25th, I got a phone call from my birth mother that my birth father had passed away. It was news I had expected for quite a long time. Every time I talked to them, in fact, for the last 5 years, had expected there to be news about my father. Anytime it was, hey, come here, we need to talk, I was like, oh, Dad's dying, here we go. Let's have that conversation. Well, it never got around to that. The narrative was always, oh, he's doing so good. Oh, he's improving. Oh, he's just so good. We took him out of the hospital and took him to see your sister, where he inevitably let us down and didn't do any of the work he said he would do, like walk around or get out of bed or interact with my nephew and now niece. He just didn't, because my father, I'm not going to blame him for anything. The man's dead. He had an opiate addiction. He had a lot of problems. And to be honest, I've been grieving. I do cry for him. And that's okay to cry for him, because I'm grieving the man that provided me life and did love me in his own way. Just not the way I would have liked, which unfortunately was a lot of gender-based. And we never really had that conversation because my mother didn't want me to. No, do not talk about this with your father. My mother is a horrific narcissist. It's her narrative. When I came out as trans back in June of 2023, May of 2023, first words out of her mouth were, "You cannot tell your sister. She will take my grandson away from me because of you." She was the one to tell the family I was trans. She was the one to disseminate the information so that she looked good, like she had made a mistake, and she had to make sure that the blame was pinned on me, not her. Well, Donna, I know you're probably watching this. It's not your fault. This has always been there, and I really wish you could understand it, that you could see it, and that you could have. The last time you said my name, the one I chose, it was to tell me my father had died. After that, it went right back to the old name and a lot of accusations. And I guess I am breaking the rule of throwing some blame around. But, Donna, you did this. You did this to me. Not the trans, not the gay, nor did father. She sat me down one time to tell me I must have gotten my gay from my father. My friend Hope laughed at that one because that's not how queer works. My father is dead, and I mourn for his loss. And I've learned in the last year, some of my problems are I've been mourning the loss of my family. I've been mourning the loss of myself. I didn't know who I was without Disney in my life, without my track record as a trainer, without my everything behind me. Who was I? Who could I have been? Who could I be? And the last year out here, well, I've relied on a lot of people. Hun the Hound, his family, Lily, his family, Aspen. I relied on my darling Petra, my adopted daughter. I've relied on my other adopted children too, Pondera and, well, how could I forget my darling Jim? There's been a lot of people that I've had to lean on, and sometimes it hurt them when I didn't mean to hurt them. Like Hope. God, I really fucked that one up, didn't I? There is one that I shall not name for her own safety because I still can't just quite get it right in my head, Valkyrie, whether or not I'm allowed to name you. So I'd rather play it safe and keep you close to my heart without vocalizing it, but you know who you are. The woman who adopted me, I now have 3 names, and I cried. I'm going to show you something in a moment. I cried when I got this. I don't think it's any big secret. I like the sport of hockey. Always have, always will. Even as a young child, I loved the sport. But for some crazy reason, I was always attracted or drawn to, not attracted sexually, but I loved this woman named Meno Reum, who had a tryout and played, if not a whole game, a part of the game in the 90s for the Tampa Bay Lightning as the first woman to play in the NHL. And I always loved that. For some crazy damn reason, I always loved that. So, one of my jobs now, well, my main job, and I will not name the company, that way no one can find out where it is that I exactly work. But I work now for a hockey retailer here in St. Louis, Missouri. We sell sporting goods and equipment and a lot of hockey stuff. And it's kind of a match made in heaven. I love the sport. So one of the things that I purchased for myself as a little present to me was this. It's from a team called the Iowa Heartlanders. I really don't know them that well, but I like the fact that they have a uniform that has a rose on the front of it. It's very feminine. Their main emblem is this, if you can see it. It's a little deer, a little beautiful deer. But for some crazy reason, they are progressive, and you find out things doing Google searches. Allow me to shift gears for 1 second. In being trans, one of the things you need most is a grounding. What I needed most was a grounding identity. I needed a people. I've essentially been alone for a long time. I've had lovers come and go. I've had friends come and go. But even within my own family, I never really felt like I belonged. I did not like my last name, and part of being trans is changing it to who you felt you should have been or could have been. Well, in my position, especially with the way things are right now, the woman who helped break my egg, I've spoken of many times, her last name is Ironheart. And I'm not one to ask for that name. That's hers. And those she holds close to the heart. I'll put it that way. However, that being said, I was adopted by someone she knows. I have to speak in riddles a little bit. Please forgive me. And hope is in the Ironheart name was not mine to take. However, the person who took me, who adopted me, who is a guiding light and force within my heart and my soul, has the name Ironheart. But again, it's not mine to take, and it's not hers to give. So, in her tradition, being somewhat Norse, this is the first uniform, the first jersey I've ever bought that would have my last name on it. And that name will be Yarn's Daughter, if I can get it up here. Paws are a little fumbly sometimes. That's it. That's my name. In Old Norse, it means daughter of iron, parentheses, heart. I cried when I got this in the mail. And one of my darling friends did all the work on it for me. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to me. As you might have seen from the channel, my traditional number I tend to wear is number 36. I can get it up. So you can see it. 36. But like I said, the Iowa Heartlanders are a little progressive, so this is their font with their club's numbers on it. They have Pride Night every so often, and, well, I had to get something with the blue, pink, and white on it. So what does that mean? Where do you wear this? Well, I've been learning to skate. Here, I'll show you a little bit of what I've been doing in a couple of photos. This is me on the bench at one of the local ice rinks here, taking a selfie, because one of the perks of my job is I get equipment. I can buy stuff now. I've bought my own skates. Well, my girlfriend, Maddie, bought me my pair of skates. I've bought, because you start learning how to ice skate at 43, you need some equipment. So I have to get elbows and knee pads and shin guards, and I've had to buy ice pants because I've blown my hip out a couple of times, and it is goddamn painful. A year ago today, I cried my eyes out because I was alone. I was going to somewhere in Ohio to start my life over, my life after Mickey, my life without my friends, my life without my compatriots, people that I had cultivated and been cultivated by. And I never got a goodbye. I didn't get to have my goodbye. It was literally in an instant, I have to go. And in the last year, I've fucked up a lot. I have fucked up so goddamn much. But one of the things that has kept me alive and going is my family. The one who chose me. The one who decided I was worth it. Because I existed. Because I had gone through the same turmoil and trauma that they had. That I chose them and they chose me. And I would never give that up for the world. There may be a day where unfortunately we drift apart and no longer see each other or talk to one another. But in the last year, you all have taught me so much about myself. Your little stories and parables, lessons. This is normally the part where I say I owe the core. And I feel a connection to you all that wear the helix like I do. Because you took me, you didn't even know who the hell I was. But now because of you, because of the work you gave and put in and gave me and lift each other up and have taught me so hard how to be better. I'm fucking lucky. I am so lucky to have you girls and guys and thems and theys and all the pronouns the Republicans despise. I had to tell my mother I was dead to her, which, contrary to popular belief, Donna, was extraordinarily hard. But we couldn't have a conversation ever that the phrase, you threw me under the bus, and a lot of things came out. And I've just decided it's better without you in my life at this point. I'm sorry that my father, your husband, is dead. But there's nothing I could have done. I was trying so hard to live my life that I forgot while I was there living my life, going to the gym and working out, and trying to ready my body for the changes that would come with it with HRT. I was so beholden to running your errands and doing your work, and I know, I didn't lift a finger, I didn't do shit. But I couldn't take it anymore. When you looked at me and as I cried because I thought something had happened and said, I have 2 infants to take care of. I just couldn't do it anymore, Donna. I just couldn't. And I'm sorry. To those at Disney that might see this, I miss you all and I love you all. To my sisters in the Corps, to my family in the Corps, onwards to Valhalla. I will stand with you until I can stand no more. The helix on my heart I was having a conversation the other day that how great would it be if the fictional things that we talked about, the fursuits and the paws and the everything was real and we could escape to it when we needed. In some way, the core is real. Getting to see you and be with you and do everything I'm allowed to do with you, to be a writer, to have my work out there that anyone can read it. Anyone can watch me too. To have people like Autumn and Madison, to have people like Autumn and Maddie in my life as my girlfriends, to have people like Skylar and Cena that I live with as my sisters, that we take care of each other, and we cook for each other, we clean, we play together, we have fun, we take care of each other, we lift each other up when we need it, and we tell each other when we've made mistakes as part of an open communication system. And you start realizing, I thought for years I was making shit up. My family, with the gaslighting, had told me I made things up all the time. My parents used me as a therapist when I was 7. They would get me in the car alone. Oh, your mother does this. Oh, your father does that. I didn't know. After a year without them, I've maybe had a dozen conversations with my mother since my birth mother, since leaving Florida. It's starting to settle in. I don't think I was making it up. There's a lot of I just want you to know I do cry for him. I cry for you. I'm sure you cry for me. And this is hard, harder than you would ever think. But I want you to know there is still some part of me that is grateful to you. Everything you did do, let's not dismiss that. However, we're not healthy for each other. There's a lot of blame to throw around on both of our parts. However, I can't do the drugs anymore. I couldn't do watching y'all be addicted to opiates. I just couldn't do it. It's been 1 year since I had no permanent fixed residence. But in that year, Valkyrie, I'll let you be the judge of how your daughter has grown. I still remember that morning I arrived in Columbus. I spent the night at a Days Inn in Columbus, Ohio. And I went that morning to go get breakfast because I hadn't eaten in 2 days. And I was in a video call with you and a couple of other people. And you said you were proud of me. And it always hits when people say they're proud of me. I always feel like it's an obligatory thing. That's what you say. It's like when the red alert klaxon goes off, you know it shields up. When people say they're proud of me, I've always just assumed they were making it up. But I felt like I did something, and someone was actually proud of me for once. It's been hard. And this might sound cliche, but it's been worth it. Maybe the exception of almost being human trafficked in Columbus. It's been worth it. My friend Samantha was there to take me in when I needed it on the bounce back from Columbus. I've made a lot of great connections over the last year. Now I have a job and I might be up for promotion. Who knows? I think I've rambled on long enough. My name is Judy Rose Yarnsdaughter. Until next time, stay devious, my dears. Toodaloo.